that's right. It's the Earnest advice stream. Let's turn off the beautiful sounds of the Serengeti. Ooh. Yeah. No, it's fine. It's fine. I fixed it. Shut the fuck up. How about that? Wait, why is... Yeah. Hold on. It's fine, guys. I can do it by myself. Why is there a little bit of audio? Is it fine now? Why the fuck is there a little bit of audio coming through the wavelength? Hold on. Should I do the bit again at the top? Guys, I forgot to do a bunch of shit. What's wrong with me, dude? I don't know what I was doing. Oh, I'm back. No, I fixed it. It's all good. Don't worry about it. We're good. Turn myself up. Yeah, I saw you. I saw you say that. Yep. Hello. Testing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, that's right. It's the Luke Man stream. Welcome, everybody. It's the Earnest advice stream where I give you advice about what's troubling you. The couch is in I have a shed, and the couch is in there. And if I don't have to go get it, I don't, and it just kind of lives in there until the next time I need it. Or sometimes it lives in here. I mean, that's kind of fun, isn't it? That's kind of fun. Yes, that's right, folks. It's the Earnest advice stream where, what do? We give advice. Okay, hold on. I saw one more thing I need to fix. That's right. You know what? I resent, where's Tanner? The audio is bad. Shut up. It is not uncomfortable. This is one of the best chairs I've ever bought. I love this chair. So much. You don't know shit, Jim. Oh, Jim, you don't know shit. How about that? Talk tall. Spit on that, Jim. Folks, it's been a good week. Yeah, Tanner's back at cracking those ankle bones. Tanner's back at school. I'm hard at work. I'm excited this weekend. We're doing a test of Holly Luke shapes, which will be fun, and I'm looking forward to that. There's gonna be 10 people in my garage. Well, it didn't really work so good last time, did it? It's too many people. Well, I've actually got a better plan this time because not everyone's gonna have a mic. We got shotgun mics. Libby, what's up? How are you? So get excited for that. My day-to-day is going good. I hope no one farts too, man. Or even does, because I don't want the VOD to get taken down because of all the farting. I've just been looking at the computer basically all day, fucking around with graphics. I'm trying to bring this shit. TwitchCon, I'm trying to fucking bring the fire with these graphics, man. You know how I do it to them. I'm trying to bring the fire. I'm saying, you go to a panel at TwitchCon. You're like, a bunch of dumbasses. We're gonna do yoga for gamers. Shut up. No, you're gonna get a show. Okay. All right. That's what's up. You're gonna get a goddamn show. That's what Twitch needs. Shows. I want it to feel like, when you watch my channel, I want it to feel like you have the real TV on, not the fake TV on the computer. Does that make sense? We're getting there, folks. We're getting there. No. I'm not Dr. Disrespect. Shows. We're trying to do shows. Okay? Pretty easy to understand. Bro, why do you think me and DBJ get along so goddamn well? People, we want to bring a little fucking razzle-dazzle to this shit. And then playing Wukong. Cool. Grow up. How about that? Welcome back, Wokong, and welcome back. I never know how to say your name. Uoen-do. Welcome back 5 months, and welcome back 7 months. Woke God 69. Great to have you all here. Oh, I'm playing I'm playing Wukong. Shut up. I thought I saw something in the. It was my shoe. I was scared about my own shoe. Yeah, I'm sure it's sick. I'm sure it is. Oh. Double neg, I won't repeat that. But it's a really good attempt at a joke. It's really good. I thought innuendo was like innuendo. Folks, you got problems? I bet you do. You're on here. Instead with your it's 8 p.m. where I am. A lot of other people it's later. Might be 9, 10, 11. Across the pond is damn 4 in the morning. Well, there's a reason you're watching this instead of spending time with your wife, or maybe you don't have a wife, kids. I mean, you're avoiding something. That's why you're watching this stream right now. And I want to help you solve that. The best thing I could do, you watch this show. Eventually you say, I don't need this show anymore. I don't need this. You start going to movies. You join a drone racing club. You meet a girl or a guy. You fall in love. You get married. That's right, Mr. Dumbshit. That's right. Well, you can't watch a movie now. That's not good. There's drone racing clubs, Libby, and they're fucking baller as shit. A lot of people don't even realize it. Numbers keep dropping because you keep healing us. Okay, I know you're talking in the abstract, but okay, the numbers are fine. My brother keeps trying to get me into drone racing. That's a very brother-coded activity. Hey, Psyduck with a gun, you know what? And that's why, but you come here to get back on those feet. Libby, I'm glad you ate a bunch of stuff. I've been eating something really fucking gross in my Get Swole era, which are I brought the bag inside. They're like chips, but they're made out of bone broth, chicken, and eggs, but they're chips. And they don't taste bad, but they don't taste good, do they? They don't taste good. They don't taste bad. Yes, they have a lot of protein. If you're looking for protein, which I fucking am, well, thank you, Libby. I'm trying. I'm going to the gym 5 days a week, 6 days a week, 8 days a week. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping until I can crush my best friend's head like a fucking melon. I'm not stopping until, goodbye, Libby. Have a nice time watching The Simpsons. I hope you watch the one where they go to the Duff Factory. I like that one a lot. Is this because that one psycho caller said you were overweight a few months back? It'd be funny if that was the reason why. No, I don't know. I was been going to the gym, but then I think TwitchCon, I was like, all right, this is a clear goal of like, there's this thing I'm going to do. Let me like go hard until then. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? If a simple caller could make me change my whole life trajectory, I mean, I don't think I'd be able to do this, would I? I'd be dead in a fucking ditch. And it turns out, folks, I want to tell you something. I want to be able to break up a fight on stage. I want to be able to knock Stefan and JF's heads together like fucking coconuts till they pass out with the goddamn stars and Tweety birds going over their heads in case they'd act up, you know? In case they act up. And you know what I'll tell you, folks, if you can believe it, when you go to the gym 5 days a fucking week, you feel good. Your T's up, your C's up. It's crap. I'm taking more craps. And I feel good, man. I went on the Stairmaster for 45 fucking minutes today. I watched One Piece. The CPAP's looking. I'm getting fucking strong in the. I'm in the hyperbolic time chamber up in this shit. I turned my life. I'm literally in the fucking back to tank. And when I come out of this shit, I'm gonna be ready to fight whoever, wherever, whenever. I'm in the trading arc, dude. That's the biggest thing. You want to know a hack for doing cardio? Watch fucking anime or anything. Watch it. That you gotta watch something fun, man. You gotta watch something fun. You know, at first few months going to the gym, I was saying, I don't want to be the guy watching anime at the gym. Who gives a fuck? I'm 31 years old. That was my birthday present to myself, if you remember correctly. February 12th, 2024, I said, I'm 31 years old. I'm allowed to watch anime at the gym. Okay? Got it? And the secret is, a lot of guys who are obsessed with the gym also are obsessed with anime. Multiple trainers at this gym are obsessed with anime. I love to hear that, Total Geek the First. I'd love to hear that. Antimens, Intime. Bring your VR headset so no one can see you watching porn at the gym. Man, I'm still thinking about that thing Howell said about the guy who watched porn at the gym and wore the Michael Vick jersey, man. That's something else. That really is something else. Folks, the phone lines are open. I know you need help. I know you need help. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you. You need help. Do you understand? You need help. That's why you're watching this. Yeah, I gotta need help reorganizing your weird bones. I can help with that. I can help with anything. I'm 31 years old, white man, college degree. What else is there? Yeah, Total Geek the First. You can call in if you're kind of bored. Well, maybe your boredom is something. You can just call the fuck in. Who cares? I don't watch Twitch streams at the gym because I find that they are not distracting enough. Like because Twitch is already such second screen content for me. I do need first screen content because the first screen is the screams when I'm pumping iron. You know what I mean? That's the first scream. And then the second screen is the anime. So if I was watching Twitch, I would almost feel like a third screen, wouldn't it? Third screen is stocks because you got to keep your money up. Never forget that. You have to keep your money up. Lesson 1 of tonight, finance. My finances are on fucking lock. You know why? I keep my money up. I'm looking at 3 screens right now. I usually use 2 screens during the day, but I wish I had a third. But one of my screens is really big. It's 32 inches. That's big for a monitor, folks, but I like it. I like seeing I like it when you open up a program, Unreal Engine, Premiere. Whoo! Yeah, I got a GF that helps pay my rent. Yep, exactly right. So what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? Get yourself a girl who, when you meet her, is broker than you are, but then eventually gets a cartoon with Netflix, and you get to live in a nice place with a garage. How about that? Picking fucking lotto tickets. It's called being a supportive motherfucking boyfriend. And I like to think she never would have got there without me and my support. Sorry. How about that? Catch me outside. Where's my coffee, man? Ah, there it is. Your BF has a kid, so you have to move to a different side of the city. Is that bad? Is that really bad? Is it the wrong side? How's the kid? Do you like the kid? I've always wondered what that's like. You get when the kid's in there, the kid. That's the expensive side, yeah, where you want to raise a kid. All right, well, we got a call coming in. Okay, can you believe that? But how's the kid? I'm sure you love him, or you wouldn't be doing it. But I want to know if you love the kid. You have to buy a house soon. Okay, here we go. Take a call on that thing. Hawk Twa. Hello, caller. Welcome to the program. What do you need help with?
Hello. I don't really need help with something so much, but since we were talking about kind of gym stuff, I thought that was a fun conversation.
You go to the gym
And
a lot?
I guess you could help me with like, um, no, I'm sorry. I was trying to come up with something, but I
No, you're
can't
fine. We
because
can talk about the gym. I
clearly my
love
life
talking
has
about the
been
gym.
improved so much from watching the Luke Man stream that I don't have things that need to be solved in my life anymore.
Yeah, just the osmosis of watching all my streams together solves a lot of problems for people basically immediately. Now,
Yep.
you going to the gym, caller?
Some. So my grandfather bought a very expensive stationary bike
Uh
several
huh.
years ago and then used it once apparently and then wanted me to find a place where he could get rid of it. And so I said, well, I'll take it if you don't want it. And he said, okay, I just want it gone. So mostly I've got some dumbbells and that, and I'm kind of a hermit half the time, so it's nice to like not have to go very far to exercise, you know?
I feel that. Are you? Do you think you're? Do you think are you? Do you take care of your body? I mean, are you take care of yourself? Are you healthy? Are you healthy?
Definitely been getting a lot healthier. I recently, maybe like a month and a half ago now, got a CPAP machine, which was
Wow.
definitely really helpful.
Yeah.
And I started eating gluten free. And between the two of those, I felt just, like 1,000 times better, but I also gained like 10 pounds, which I
Mm.
think was when you don't get very good sleep, your body just doesn't rebuild your muscles. And so I
Yeah.
think I was, in that state of like perpetual not very healthy. But I was proud of today when I weighed in myself and I've lost 9 of those, and
Wow.
definitely like I'm also a lot stronger. So a lot of that is, if you're gaining muscle and losing fat faster than you're
Mm-hmm.
gaining muscle, like that's really
And
cool,
that they
right?
don't
And it
tell you
feels
that
really
enough.
good.
They don't tell you that enough. That
I know.
sometimes you will losing when you're working out a lot. They got this machine at the gym that I go to where they can tell that kind of stuff, and it's cool because you're like, oh, I'm not losing that much weight, and they're like, actually, you are because you're gaining muscle and losing fat at the same time. But my question to you
Yeah,
is
yeah.
this is advice I need from you, caller. So I have my CPAP machine, and I do you ever sleep on your side with it? Because I've been sleeping on my back, but I'm naturally a side sleeper. So I've kind of been trying to sleep on my side with the CPAP, and it kind of works.
So I have found my setup. I have slept on my side basically like ever since high school.
Same.
I think probably that was about when like sleep apnea issues started to develop in me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's right. Sleeping on your side is often better if you don't have a mask, just because of the kinematics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think a lot of people who end up sleeping on their side, it's because it's like a coping mechanism basically.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what I have found works well enough is I have fairly wide shoulders and I use two pillows that are different pillows basically. So I have one um, pillow that's designed for side sleepers with wide shoulders, so it's pretty sturdy. And then I have a softer pillow on top of that, so that the softer pillow doesn't like pull the mask out of place nearly as much.
Caller, you are speaking my fucking language because I was already doing. That's exactly what I do. I have a sturdy pillow and a softer pillow on top, and I already had that. It has been helping. What I'm worried about is that I'm gonna block because I have the nose one. I don't know what, but it's like I'm worried I'm gonna like sleep on it, and then the airflow will get cut, and then I won't get the same CPAP goodness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know necessarily the perfect way. I don't know if my machine will, like, in the morning after say, like, hey, your mask fit was good, and here's how many events you
Mm,
had, and here's like how efficiently we think that this worked overnight. And so I find that helpful. Like, sometimes I'll
yeah,
wake up and be like, I don't think I slept very well. And it says, yeah, we don't think you slept very well either.
man.
That can be helpful.
That's it. I forgot that it made me install an app on my phone that says that. Well, you've really helped me with something pretty amazing.
Yeah. It's crazy how good sleep is if you haven't been getting it.
Yeah. It's kind of changed my life. I don't have to take a nap every day just to be able to like do stuff.
Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah. Well, it was great to hear from you, caller. And while I'm sad that you have nothing wrong in your life, it also makes me happy.
Well, maybe things will go wrong in my life in the next, like, couple weeks or months or something, and I'll be able to call in
I
again to
bet
get
there's
some
some. I
advice.
bet if you really dig, there's something fucked up with your life. But you'll have to think about that on your own and then call back.
I think the fucked up thing in my life is just my job, and it sucks. And I don't know if you can help with that.
What's your job?
Oh, it's
I'm interested.
IT work. Okay, so it's IT work for an architecture firm,
Mm-hmm.
and the big problem is that my sort of the ultimate boss, the principal of the firm, is super old and out of touch and doesn't really understand anything related to IT.
Mm-hmm.
And you can imagine why that sort of becomes a
Right.
problem.
He's like, why doesn't this work?
Yeah, it's he'll be like, well, I just want to control things from my iPad and have your computer make the changes. And it's like, okay, you don't know anything about how the process works. You just sort of have a goal, and then if it
Right.
can't happen
You want your
reasonably,
shit to act like a movie. You want to have like the Marvel damn iPad and damn Shield headquarters kind of shit.
well, and it's such a like. I think one of the things that happens with a number of people, and he is kind of a perfect exemplar of this, is that once you get to like a certain position and people don't tell you no regularly anymore, you sort of just start to assume that, oh, nobody's going to tell me no anymore,
Mm.
right? Like if you've been in like a position of power in the company for a long time and have hired everyone to be like, here's the people that I want to work for me,
Yeah.
that it gets to the point of like, oh, what the just assumption is, oh yeah, we can just, everybody just sort of works around the issues of the boss. So
How fucking
anyway,
sick must that be? You must feel like a little king every time you go to work. I mean, it must feel good, truly. I mean, I don't think it makes
hey,
you a good person. I don't think it's like a good thing to do, but it must feel really, really good to feel like no one can say no to you. Well, don't
I'm sure
and
it
don't
does.
take that. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I know what you mean. No, I'm sure it feels good a lot of the time. I would hope that there's some like a moral question at some point of like, wait, am I doing something wrong or something? Just because that feels like a cosmic karma ought to be involved there. But I don't think there is. I think mostly once you get to that point, it's just like, yeah, this rocks, and I never want this to end, which is why it sort of continues.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You work hard your whole life. That's sort of what a guy like that, he's sort of getting what's coming to him as far as he's concerned,
Yeah, yeah.
That's
There's a
beautiful.
lot of that.
So what you should do is quit.
Um,
Unless the pay
do,
is really good, and then
do
you
you
just
have
pretend he
suggestions?
doesn't exist.
I don't know. The pay isn't great, but I just bought a new place to live,
Mm.
so I don't really want to just quit and find something without like in the in between.
You could
So
quiet
yeah,
quit.
I could do that. I'm not sure how much, because that makes me really uncomfortable is the thing, right? Because
Mm.
I was like a magnet school student and stuff, and so all the stuff about like, well, you have to go above and beyond and all of
Nope.
that, and I got
No, you don't. No, you
brain
don't.
fed
No, you
that for
don't. Not
far
for
too
someone
long.
else. Wait, hold on. But okay, would the whole thing fall apart if you quiet quit? I mean, would he still be making money? Would they still be doing architecture?
Probably. I mean,
There you
it's
go.
just it would make me feel uncomfortable, I think is the thing, which it shouldn't, right? But also it's kind of easy to say that
But
it like
why? Why?
shouldn't
Because
make
you
you
feel like you're
uncomfortable.
letting who down? Yourself?
Yeah, basically.
But letting yourself down in what way? Not letting an architecture guy be rude?
Well, it's more like I feel like I would like get really bored and would end up just like kind of feeling unfulfilled.
But you wait, hold on though. You're the IT guy, right? So you can go on
Yeah.
whatever website you want, right?
Uh, Presumably, I guess.
No one's gonna, but
It
no one can
depends
like be like, you were
exactly.
on Reddit for 8 hours a day, right?
Yeah, no, but I just feel like that's how I spent most of 2021, and I was really depressed. So
But I'm saying that like if I was in your position, now that, and this is a bit of unsolicited advice, but this is the stream, and so you call in, and so you enter the gauntlet of getting advice, even if you don't fucking want it. But I would be, if I was you, I'd be looking for jobs, I'd be doing basically anything but working. Literally getting certificates, SVT. I'll be doing basically anything except letting some fucking annoying ass guy, you know what I mean? Like, because I feel like there's got to be a lot of downtime in an IT job for at an architecture firm. They can't need IT that bad all the time, right?
yeah, no, I think that's just what I need to get in the habit of is
Yeah.
figuring out, you know,
Because you won't feel bad
spend
if you're
time
doing
working on
something that
career.
enriches you. I understand that you'll feel bad if you're just slacking off, but if you're actively doing something to change your sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah. Well, what do you think, man? Do you feel like I just fucking hit you with the goddamn advice stick at the end of this?
Yeah, it's the advice blade of Damocles that was hanging over me and now just fell, and I've been struck by it, and now I
Goddamn
know
right.
what to do.
Goddamn right.
Yep.
It's like a fucking guillotine. That's the French Revolution, and your life is Marie Antoinette, and I'm dropping the guillotine of advice. Goodbye, caller. Thank you for calling. Did they kill? Is Marie? Was that? Did that track? Is Marie Antoinette the one they killed? Is Marie Antoinette the one they killed? I'm gonna ban that caller. Just kidding. Never tried that before. Someone calls in, don't want advice, says something about their life. Just give them unasked for advice. That was kind of a new one. What's up, Krem? What about that's a tactic? Oh, you just want to talk. Ha ha ha. Well, too bad. There's something fucked up with you, and I'm going to find out what it is, and I'm going to tell you how to fix it. Total Geek the First. I know. You called it when you're bored, but I didn't say that I wasn't going to look for something to give you advice about. I didn't say that I wasn't not going to look for something to give you advice about. You know what I mean? Because I could still keep the show on topic even if you don't want to. That's the power of being a host. Extreme power. Crap, that's very nice. West Virginia, Mountain Mama, country roads take me home. I hear a voice and it's going in the moonlight. Glamour's away, far away. We keep on waiting, waiting. I'll never get a library card. Don't want them having my information. That's lesson 2 of tonight. You do not want the library having your information. When they put together the dossier of who they're going to execute in the coming wars, it's going to be found at the library. Write that down. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Everyone's helping each other. We got a call coming in. Someone hasn't called in a while. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What do you need help with?
Hello. I need help with being on the road again here in West Virginia.
Nice,
Because this is
man.
crumbling crap.
So how's it going out there? Are you driving with your mom?
Yeah, me lovely mother. I'm at a Wyndham Microtel. We just pulled into Wheeling, West Virginia,
That's awesome,
and
man.
uh, yeah, and I'm ready to kill her. I'm ready to murder my mother because about 3 hours in the car, and I'm at my limit, man. Because turns out she's almost a 70-year-old lady, and she's I love her so much. She's perfect, but boy, does she love to backseat drive. Tell me what to do. Ask what that sign means. Ask for how long it's going to be. Turns out, old people, they're kind of like little kids, and also I'm a little kid too. So we're at a real impasse, you know.
Yeah, and she's helping you move, right? I mean, maybe that wasn't the best choice of helper, a 70-year-old woman.
Yeah, probably not. She did all the cleaning of my place, which was extremely helpful.
Sure.
And then when it came to like get my bed from the second floor of my apartment down to the first floor, I was like, I got to do this on my own.
Right.
So yeah, probably could have picked a better helper. Probably shouldn't have asked my 7-year-old mother to help me move across the country.
So that's probably that's your problem. That's what you need advice on. Why did you do that?
What like decision making? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that is a problem, isn't it?
No. Why did you ask her to do that?
Because it's a big ask. It was like a multi-day thing,
Right.
and I was like, well, who else am I gonna have my vile brother do it? No, he's a we don't get along too well. Am I gonna have my non-existent girlfriend, brother? I wish she would help me do it, but she don't exist. So, got to have my mom do it, which is okay. And she was so happy to do it. But now we're in the car together, and she's like, you're being really mean to me. I was like, oh God damn it! It was a real sad moment because she was like telling me how to drive and tell me to, like, we got lost for a second in West Virginia, and she was telling me where to go, and she said, "Put your phone down." And I said, "You understand that I can't. We're gonna get lost if I can't figure out where we're going." And she was like, "Well, I just don't like you driving. I just don't like you driving with your phone in front of you." And I was like,
"You don't have a stand to put that fucker on."
It was in the coffee. It was in the cup, you know.
You don't have a stand though.
And she was, no. I mean,
well, that's going to solve a lot of your problems.
Really.
When you pull into the gas station tomorrow, get one of those. That's going to solve a lot of your problems with mom. Moms do not like it when you go on their phones when you drive, even though if you're good at it, it's fine.
Here's an awesome thing I learned today. Honestly, I gave my mom some awesome advice today. She just learned to. She's usually had a smartphone for the better part of 15 years now. She just learned today about the turn off the screen button on the side of the phone. And that was an interesting moment for me because for the last 15 years, when she stopped using her phone, she just puts it down and walks away with the screen on. And I said, "Okay, so you're putting the phone in the pocket with the screen on?" She goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "And your phone's always dying, right?" And she was like, "Yeah, usually." And I was like, "There's a button to turn it off." And she goes, "Well, I don't want to turn the phone off. I want to get phone calls, you know."
Right, but she doesn't understand the idea of sleep mode. Well, wait, does it not have an auto sleep on that thing? Hawk 12?
I think it's like 5 minutes auto sleep because I swear to God, I would walk into a room, like a dark room, and I'd see her lit phone on, just like in the corner. I'd be like, "She's just leaving this thing on all the time." That's crazy.
So you taught her something.
I really did. I taught her that her child is a brat and has an attitude problem.
Why are you so mad at her in the car? I mean, is there a reason? Is it like, because I know when I get mad at my mom in the car, it's because of 30 years of fucking pent up shit at her. But why are you getting mad at her?
It's just that she's really laying into me. She's it's like nag mode. It's crazy pestering time. And the thing is, she's just a loving mother, and that's what mothers do. Is they tell you, "Hey, your clothes look like shit, and don't put that there. You should throw this away."
Yeah.
And that's good. That helps most people, but yeah, a man can only take so much before he snaps.
How long you got on the road trip left?
On the road again. I'm going about 10 hours tomorrow.
And then you're there?
And then I'm gonna be in Kansas City, Mo.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Shit,
10 hours.
Now, you know what? Hey, you know what I think you should do, man? I think you should wake up. You know what I think first thing you should do when you see your mom? Start the day right. Give her a big fucking hug and say thank you for being here. And I mean that.
Try to kiss me or some shit on the lips, and I'll go, oh, gross. And then I'll freak out and have to throw a fit probably. But I should give her a hug. What's really funny is she fell asleep for about the last hour and a half, and just like, you know, it's late. We're in the mountains. There's nothing to look at. I turn that NPR jazz station on, put her ass right to sleep. We get to the hotel. She has a cigarette. She runs to the bedroom, jumps in the bed, and she starts smiling like I've never seen her smile before. She goes, "Oh, I'm so comfy and cozy. I just needed a nap." And I was like, "Damn, she really is just like me for real."
Do you let her smoke in the car?
Hell no. My dad had a lung cancer.
Fucking nagging you, dude. You gotta let her smoke in
my
the
dad
car.
had a lung cancer. Well, she started smoking after my dad died, and I'm like, damn, this sucks. And I don't smoke, so I really let her have it when she plays. But you're right, she just needed a cig.
I'm telling you, man, that's probably. I mean, that's gonna help your stuff, and you're not gonna solve that problem today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, probably not.
Let her smoke in the car. What's the harm? What's the, just say, Mom, you know what? I know. Hell, she's 70. You're not gonna change her. And all the thing you can only change what's in front of you.
So it's so true.
Let her smoke.
I just gotta appreciate her while she's here. Let her smoke. Let
them smoke. Let them eat smoke.
Mom can have a cig. Let them eat Zen. Let them eat. Oh, and guess what I got in a box for you, Luke Taylor?
Huh.
Yeah, no, it's a bag of Utz crab chips, and it's in the mail going to your little ass.
God damn, I really hoped you were going to say Citrus Zins, but that's good too. Thank you, man.
No, that was Lulaga. Lulaga's going to send you those.
Yeah, truly. Well, thank you. That's very kind of you, Crown. That's very kind of you. Utz. Ooh, let me get those Utz. Hey, you want to know something cool about Zins? Philip Morris is building like $100 million factory or some shit in Kentucky. I learned this on Hassan's stream today. That's only going to make Zins.
That's right. Philip Morris is coming to Fortnite. Yep. Let's go.
You're gonna go inside the Zins factory, and it's gonna say this music's gonna play as the Zins pop out. Dun 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 dun, and then these things are gonna be popping out fucking hundreds at a time, and I'm gonna be smiling.
Here's the song I just made up. Come within, have a Zin. Enter into the world of Luke Taylor.
That's great, man. That should be. We'll make that into a song,
man. Hell yeah. Man, I'm gonna get some money.
You're gonna get something even better than money. Exposure.
Let's go. Experience, exposure, brand recognition. That's awesome. You know I'm on that Tanner train, baby.
Yep. You know what? Well, I paid Tanner.
Oh, well, like minimum wage or what?
Yeah. Not California minimum wage though, not federal. I'm not a monster.
So what? $100 an hour in California? Yeah, probably the most money I ever saw in his damn life.
Why are you moving to Kansas City, by the way?
It's real cheap, and my rent was going up, and I wasn't making a lot of money, and I was like, fuck this. And plus, Kansas City, even though it's in the Midwest and it's in the hell hole of Missouri, it is an actual city. It's not fucking Hagerstown, Maryland, where I was living.
Right.
But
why Kansas City? I mean, have you been there? Like, what? Why? I'm always curious about this because I feel like the places I've chosen to move are so related. Have been almost feel like chosen for me, or like I didn't really have much of a choice.
It's almost like it's almost like they're 3 of the 5 biggest cities in the U.S. that you've lived in.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I was like, I knew I wanted to do comedy. I knew I wanted to go to Chicago, and then I kept doing it. So then I moved to L.A. You know what I mean? I mean, truly, I'm like truly asking because I always wonder what makes someone move to a specific city.
I lived in Branson, Missouri, where I grew up, which I
Right.
did not like at all for 15 years. My parents decided that for me. I picked a random school to go to that I couldn't afford, but was way the fuck away from home for college. That was in Tacoma, Washington. I did that for too many years,
Reed?
probably five years.
Was it Reed?
God, dude, there's a scar on my knuckle from when I punched the punching bag when I was 18 years old when I didn't get into fucking Reed.
Damn.
I wanted to go to Reed so fucking bad, man.
Yeah. You didn't miss much,
which is
man.
so embarrassing. Yeah.
I went to Oprah, and I can
went
tell
to
you
the
didn't miss much.
Yeah, okay. Well, I went to the University of Puget Sound, which is in Tacoma, Washington, and it's the same price as Reed, with half the value.
Yeah.
And when COVID hit, I moved to Maryland because my 2 options were move back into my mom's house or move in with my buddy who owned his home in Howard County in Columbia, and he had an extra room and it was real cheap, so I moved there. And then he wanted to sell the house, and I wanted to stick around in Maryland a little longer. Didn't want to go back to Missouri yet, so I got a job on the railroad in Hagerstown, Maryland, and then that didn't work out, and I didn't like living on my own in the middle of nowhere anymore. So Kansas City it is,
But
because
are you moving in with
that
people?
same
I
family
mean,
friend who I moved in with.
Who's there?
Oh, so my close family friend, the same guy who I moved in with in Maryland, his sister owns her home in Maryland now, and she was splitting the mortgage with her then boyfriend, and they broke up, and now she has an extra room. And she was like, I just called her up on the phone one day, and she said, yeah, I'm looking to get a new roommate soon because I can afford the mortgage, but it's just kind of a lot on my own. And I was like, well, you don't have to look for a roommate. I could just move in with you. And she was like, okay.
So
and I was like,
so you're kind of this family. You're like the tenant of this family.
I'm kind of like a cat, like a house cat,
Right.
you know? And it's if they need a little bit of mortgage help.
It's cheap. There's a room. You wanted to get out of Maryland. Is that it? Is there something about Kansas City?
Nothing. I mean, it's got Google Fiber, dude. What
Honestly,
more do I have to have?
True.
You know?
Fucking
She's
true.
got a fucking Google Fiber hookup. She's got a Google Fiber hookup in her home already. She has, I think she has like Xfinity or some shit. And she was like, well, I just wasn't using it that much, so I just thought it would be better. And I was like, no. When I'm getting in there, I'm going to pay for fucking 3G fiber.
Force
and
that
she was
woman
like,
to get a
she was
different
like,
internet
okay.
so you can go on Twitch more. You do it, bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome, dude. I'm gonna be blowing up your chat in record time.
We need
I'm gonna be getting banned.
dude.
And
we need upload speeds for online gaming. Get that cheese, get that through her fucking head.
It's gonna be yes, sir. But other than that, it's like I like Maryland or whatever, but it's just like a city is a city, and I haven't really ever. Kansas City's gonna be the biggest place I've ever lived. So
cool, man. I mean, it's cool.
You know,
what's your plan?
Yeah.
How are you? Like, do you have a plan? Like, are you going to join any clubs? Like, I always wonder. People a lot of times call in, and I'm like, how do adults make fucking friends? I don't fucking know, to be honest with you.
Honestly, well, what I've got to learn, what I'm currently in the process of learning, is that the bar doesn't necessarily it's easy to make friends at the bar and talk to girls and stuff, but it costs a lot of money, and sometimes you can get in some trouble at the bar.
Yeah.
So,
and when you stop drinking, those friends go away, I've heard.
Yeah, it turns out that might not be it's like, is that friends or is that just trying to get that college feeling back, you know?
Yep.
So I am planning on doing some stuff that I wasn't able to do living outside of a city, like join, like when I lived in Tacoma, we had a really dope DSA chapter because there was some badass longshoremen who were like, they were all part of the DSA out there, even though it wasn't that big of a town.
Cool.
And maybe I'll do some DSA or PSL stuff out in Kansas City. Maybe do some community organizing stuff or
that's
some
great, man.
volunteering
I think that's
stuff.
Wonderful. I really do. Krem, I think you're entering into a beautiful new chapter in your life.
Yep. And my mom's gonna hear I'm gonna scream at her all day tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome.
No, be nice. No, you got to listen. And listen. You're talking to a guy who has a tough relationship with his own mother, but you gotta be nice to her for this one day, dog. You just gotta do it. I don't know if you need to take a fucking pill. I don't know if you need some tea.
I probably need a damn Xanax or something. I probably need something, man.
Can she drive?
Because yes, she can. She absolutely can.
Let her drive.
She's gonna drive. She's gonna drive all day tomorrow. I think.
If she's driving, she's fine. That'll give her something to do. You can sit there and chill.
Absolutely. You got to keep her busy like a little kid. I'm so sorry to say that. That's so disrespectful, but I do think it's the truth. And her favorite thing to do in the world is to drive the lawnmower. When she goes to bed at night, she dreams of the lawnmower. She loves the lawnmower.
What is a car if not a big lawnmower?
It's the big lawnmower in the sky. And when the whole time we've been driving, when she sees like really well manicured like medians on the side of the road, she's like, "Damn, I'd love to mow that shit." And it's like, so I think she'll have a good time tomorrow. I think she'll be busying herself. She'll be attended to. She's about 5'2" on her tippy toes. So we're gonna give her a big phone book to sit on and drive the big U-Haul truck around tomorrow. It's gonna be awesome.
How big's the U-Haul? You got a big fucker, or was it one of the medium-sized ones?
Hell no. Did you know that U-Haul, you can only do the Springer vans and the smallest box truck in town? You can't do one ways.
Oh, you have to get the big one?
We had to get a budget truck, which is like the broke ass U-Haul.
Oh yeah,
because they were the only one.
They won't let you bring the big one out of state. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm driving 1,000 miles with this damn thing. I can't really bring a Sprinter van back, even though Lord knows that's all the stuff I have in this damn forsaken shit and fucking world.
Damn.
And so it was gonna be like $500 one way with the van, and then it was like, "No, this isn't available. Please call our representatives." And so I called the U-Haul rep, and they're like, "We don't do that. We only do one ways for the bigger trucks," and that's going to be about $1.50. That's going to be about $1,400.
Yeah.
And I said, "Oh, that's a lot of fucking money." So I called Budget Truck up, and they gave me a 12-foot box truck for $700 plus a bunch of taxes.
Well, congratulations, man. Hey, listen, wake up tomorrow and give your mom a hug before you start the day. Will you do that for me?
I really will. We were beefing a little bit last night too, and when we woke up this morning, she said, "I love you, son," and she gave me a big hug, and she was like, "Let's not fight anymore."
You pay that forward. You give her a hug, buy her some fucking breakfast. Even if you don't want to, start the day right.
You're right. Plus, if she doesn't have a smoke and a coffee in the morning, she'll tear my fucking head off too. So
and let her smoke in the fucking truck. Who gives a shit? You can get that shit out.
I'll let her smoke in the hotel room if she wants to. I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
So that I'm saying that out loud at full volume in the hotel lobby right now as she sleeps soundly in the room.
Pimp. Are you sleeping in separate rooms?
Nope, got one room, and she's gonna be partying all night long, and I'm gonna have to put my headphones in because she is very funny like that.
That's fucking disgusting.
I've been sleeping. Here's what I did. I let her sleep on my bed the last 3 nights straight, and I slept on the ground on some blankets. And I thought I was being nice. It turns out that makes a mom stress out even more because she wants her little baby boy to sleep in the bed.
Right.
But
it's
going to be fucking sick after I get off the phone call.
You can get a cot delivered.
Delivered? What am I, made out of money trees?
They do it for free, man. All right, I got to go. But hug your mom in the morning, okay? Bye. Hug your mom. Hug your mom. Hug your mom. Easy. Solved. Solve that shit. Hawk Twa. Magical Johnson, welcome back 4 months. Hug your mom. Hug your mom. I gotta go take a piss really quick. If you don't hug your mom, I'm gonna. That's right, Tannum. That's what's up. girl without a chance, a victim of circumstance. The world is too a single mom who works 2 jobs. God damn it, bro. I'm trying to upload this fucking file for Stefan, and it's too big. It's too big. What am I gonna do? Stefan needs his little video. Stefan's gonna need his little video. We are the ghostwriters of drill. We are the ghostwriters of. We are the ghostwriters of drill that you couldn't kill yet. Life is good. I'm mewing, bro. Dead ass, I'm mewing. One of those egrets has an injured leg. Shoo. If you don't stop talking about the fucking, if you don't stop talking about the fucking animals and start paying attention to what's going on in front of them, I'm gonna ban you from the stream. How about that? All right, we got another call coming in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What do you need help with?
What's up, Luke? It's Jake.
What's up, Jake?
Not much, man. Just watching the stream here. If you couldn't tell by me calling in.
Hold on. Wait a second. Jake. Welcome in, Raiders, for the Everything Now show. We've got Raiders here. I feel like I'm in damn Raiders of the Lost Ark. You know what I'm saying, Jake?
That's really good. Just gotta shut these guys out real quick. Just doing my modly duties.
I mean, that shit is too funny, man. Seriously. Folks, welcome to the Earnest Advice stream. This is the stream I do where I am just going to earnestly give you some fucking advice. So if you got some stupid fucked up problem in your life, wow, Dasher and Dancer and Vixen, do I recall the most wonderful Dasher of all, gave out 10 gift subs. Thank you, Dasher, for those subs. God damn, we're coming in hot with the energy. So let's get to the motherfucking caller. We got Jake on the line. Jake, what do you need help with tonight?
Well, I wanted to call in about an advice update.
Okay.
The last time I called in, you gave me some advice about talking to prospective landlords and all of that. And
How'd that go?
And I thought it would be nice. It went good, man. Well, it was a little bit of a struggle, but eventually it went all right. I didn't end up getting a nice shirt like I said I was going to.
What did you wear then?
Which I know. I just wore the nicest T-shirt I had. I did want to go get like a polo shirt from somewhere, but I had to choose between getting more than 4 hours of sleep or getting up early and getting a shirt. And I decided on the former.
Well, that's a fair trade because I as a sleepy guy myself, I do appreciate. I think it's better. You got to be acting right before you're looking right because even the you know, even sometimes you meet bums on the train. You know what I mean? The old timey bums. I mean, like hobos, and they don't have the nicest clothes, but they have a charm about them that can get them pretty much anything they want in the world.
That's probably true.
Yep. Okay. Well, so you got a place to live?
Yeah, man. I went and saw a couple places, and the first guy, the one that I wanted, he said, "Sorry, I'm going to go with someone else." But I had the second guy. I had my backup option, which looked okay to start with. I did learn that my backup place is people, the people who own the house, they are moving to Texas because the father of the family got a job with Tesla. And they decided to rent the house to a bunch of students. So that was cool to learn.
Gotcha. Well, you know what? He might. Yeah. You know what? Maybe he's just an engineer who's interested in the future of electric cars. You know, let's give him the benefit of the doubt.
I wouldn't, but I can understand why you would.
Okay. Did you meet him?
No, but I met his wife, and then the property manager, and I think I did a good job bluffing the Tesla thing when it came up.
You're like, that's fucking sick. I own the Cybertruck in Fortnite. That's what I would have said.
That would have been smart to do, yeah.
So you got the place?
So I ended up not going with the second place because my first choice came back to me, and he said, "Hey, the deal fell through last minute, so if you want the room, it's yours." And I took that because it's cheaper, and also because I learned that the second place, the property manager, is this like big time slumlord who's like notorious in the city. If you Google his name, all that comes up are a bunch of Reddit posts from the city subreddit saying, "Do not rent from this guy." Because
I guess if you're the homeowner, you're like, that's good because he's going to be making money for me, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why wouldn't you? I'm curious, like, why if you saw that you would still let that guy rent your house, you know? But maybe it's for money.
Well,
reasons?
maybe they didn't see that. I don't know.
Right.
Yeah, I have no clue.
What kind of
psychopath? Just one of the classic guys.
Honestly, what kind of psychopath would put the hands of their house with someone without Googling them? This guy, I mean, you know, I thought he was smart because he's working for Tesla. Now I'm thinking not so much.
Yeah, it turns out a guy involved in Tesla might not be that smart. Pretty crazy.
I don't like your tone.
Well, you don't like my tone about Tesla?
No, I don't. Listen, there's a lot to hate about Elon Musk, but if there's one, you know what? Making electric cars that don't even need any gas in them. Come on, is that okay? And he's sending us to space, or no?
Well, if it wasn't like a Nazi pedophile, yeah.
Right.
It's like one of the worst guys in the world.
Too.
Okay. All right.
I'm just saying. That's kind of the one thing they did.
All right. Sure. What are you saying, man?
I'm not saying. I'm a Jew, of course. We got to say that if you've never seen the show. They made Volkswagen, VW Bug.
That is true. They also made Fanta.
They made Santa? Fanta,
the drink.
Yeah. They made Fanta, and Fanta in Europe is pretty good. You know, I mean, that's the human experience is a complicated tapestry of lights and darks and grays and everything in between. And the Nazi Party may be the most single evil organized military and economic force the history has ever seen, but they also made Fanta. That's what's crazy, isn't it?
Yep.
So when I buy a Tesla, I don't want to hear any shit from you when I make it big as a streamer and I get my asshole Los Angeles Tesla and I'm in the motherfucking Cybertruck and I'm saying, shit, this shit drives itself, okay?
I will not say anything when you're in a Cybertruck because you will probably get blown up by it.
Well, what about a regular Tesla's not going to blow me up? If someone
I think
gave
if you get
a
regular Tesla,
you wouldn't drive it?
It's not as bad as getting a Cybertruck. You know, because the Cybertruck just like doesn't work.
What is he doing for Tesla?
He's the CEO. Do you mean the house guy or Elon?
The guy.
I don't know. I didn't ask.
So you're moving into the first place. Let's get off of this subject.
Sure, yeah. I didn't want to get into it. I just thought it was funny that he was working for, Elon. That's all.
Yeah, and I've decided arbitrarily that tonight, for some reason, I want to defend Tesla, even though on any other night I probably wouldn't. So now we're here, Jake. What do we do now?
Well, it's for content, so I understand, and I actually support it, and I actually now agree with you.
Okay, there's the clip. Well, congratulations on getting your place. I still think you should buy a nicer fucking shirt just to have, even if you didn't use it for this go.
You are right. And I have one like kind of nice button up shirt. It's like a collared short sleeve shirt, button down, that I do like. And I do want to buy more, but buying clothes is fucking expensive, man. It sucks ass.
Go to, I mean, you can find nice, man. Yes, but you can find nice clothes for cheap. As someone who shopped at thrift stores most of his adult life,
I know.
you gotta, dude. You gotta, cause you know what? You know what, man? You gotta, man. You just gotta. You know what, man? You just gotta.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because when you look right,
You're
you
right.
feel right. And when you feel right, you act right. Write that down.
That's just true.
Write that down.
That's true.
Are you writing it?
I am writing it down now.
Great. Well, Jake, thank you for calling in. I'm glad
And
you
I've
got a
written
place to live. Congratulations.
Thanks, man. Have a good one.
Take care. Yep, that's right. It's Earnest Advice Stream, the only place on in your whole life that will tell you the facts straight. You ask your friend for advice, I'll butter you up. I don't know you. I have no reason to butter you up. You doing something fucked up? I'm gonna tell you. Caller earlier tonight, not being nice to his mom. I said, be nice to that mom, motherfucker. I don't care about the back. I don't care. I don't care if she was the worst mom in the world. That's your mom, dude. So I definitely don't believe that. I know that's right. Stop talking about the fucking animals. That's background. God damn it. There's no combination of words we can put on the back of a postcard. It is pretty beautiful, though, isn't it? Oh. They call it that good old Mountain Dew. Ooh, I'm excited. I've got some. I'm so bad at not saying. I'm so bad at not, when I have an idea or something I'm going to work on, I'm such a little fucking, bro, Seth Robin at Vivid, welcome back 2 months. My friend, welcome back. Great to see you here. I'm so bad at not saying that shit. You know what I mean? I'm a mouthy guy. Something I really respect about DBJ is he has an idea, they'll do it, but won't show you until it's done, and I think it's amazing. I don't even know. I barely knew about the box until it was happening. You know what I mean? I gotta mouth the fuck off. I really can't not mouth off. That's right, Tannum. I gotta mouth off. I'm a mouthy girl, as it were. Clip that. Oh, it's Earnest Advice Stream, folks. It's Earnest Advice Stream. I know, we got a lot of Raiders in, and I know some people in the ENS community. I see your Discord. I know you got some bad mental illness. Well, come get it fixed tonight. Come get it fixed tonight, okay? Come get it motherfucking fixed. You have an advisable problem. I promise, dude. I promise you do, Owen. I can help with anything. And if I can't, I'll go, that sucks, man. Yeah, it's going to start up again. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. It'll fix up again. Yeah, I know you got problems. Aether, call this shit in. That's right. We got a caller in the queue. I told you. What'd I say? I say you have problems. I know you do. I got problems. Call it in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name and what do you need help with?
Hi, my name's Joe.
What's up, Joe?
Calling in, not too much, chilling. So I was on a call with Google Fiber for about, I don't know, like maybe an hour. On my PS5, there's like the down speed is like 800 and the up is like 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
right.
know.
Is it?
Is that? Yeah.
Not on
Oh,
fiber. That doesn't sound right at all.
Right? Yeah.
That's fucked.
It's 2 gigabit. So.
That's fucked.
Yeah. What's up with that? Yeah.
What'd they say?
They said, well, my my router is too far away from my PS5.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because that's not going to,
Right.
that's a bad up. I mean, listen, you're not going to get great up on Wi-Fi either. Can you plug that shit into Ethernet? I mean, that's always the preferred route, man. I mean, always. Always, always, always. Or get,
Okay.
or please, for the love of God, at least invest in a mesh network so you're covering the blind spots in your house.
All right. So I got a mesh.
Okay.
I got the PS5 wired from the mesh.
Okay. And it's still,
And
you're not
still.
getting shit upload.
Yeah. My wife, she's trying to stream Fallout 4 New Vegas on the PS5. It skips. The sound skips. Oh, it's rough. It's rough.
How far is the ether? How far is the modem? Can you hardwire that shit?
So no.
Why?
And this is funny. So okay, well, so the the router is behind a bunch of walls, but when the tech asked me, I said, "How far away is your PS5 from the router?" And I said, "As the crow flies, 6 or 7 feet." But if you're walking towards it from my house, it's like, I don't know, 20, 30 feet.
Because all the shit you gotta go
So is it-
through. I have
Yeah,
no
well,
idea.
hallways
Can I be
and
honest,
whatnot.
man? I have no idea what the fuck that means. When the crow flies, what are you talking about?
So it's like if you're looking at like from a satellite map, right? Like just the A to B,
Okay.
like line segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Do you own the house?
Hmm. Yes.
Okay. Then why the fuck aren't you drilling
Yeah,
through the
so-
goddamn wall? You can. Then it's your house. You get what color are the walls of your house?
You know, egg.
Cream, white. Okay. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I've done this before. I've done it in my own house. Well, not this house, but because there's no upstairs. But You get wall staples. You get a long white Ethernet cord. You get a stud finder so you don't drill into the fucking electrical box. And you get the Ethernet cable running upstairs. That's it.
Okay. Well, so the router is on the ground floor, and then I have a bunch of walls in between there. So it's like it's not that like the router distance from my TV is 6 or 7 feet, right? Like
Okay.
if it was just a straight line.
Let me tell you something.
Yeah.
Hold up. Ethernet cords
Okay.
Yeah. are reliable up to 150 feet. Now you're gonna sit here and tell me that shit's if you strung it all the way out and you put it through all the goddamn walls, it's gonna be more than 150 feet.
No, it's just like I don't know.
Do you want to be able to
the handyman side?
Hold on. Do you want to be able to? Do you want to win your online games? Do you want to be playing Fortnite? Do you want to? I mean, do you want to win or do you want to be getting 30 upload? You tell me.
Oh God, yeah. Okay, all right. You know what? I gotta change some things.
You want that sweet fiber upload? Then you got to hardwire that shit, buddy. I don't care how meshed you are out if you got that many walls between you. So unless you want 30 out, that's your answer. Okay?
Well, the thing is, I have a small house. It's just like there's like 4 walls from the router, so it's not like I'm not living in a mansion. Okay.
Okay, good. So you don't have to drill that many holes.
Well, at least
You own
4.
the place?
3.
3 holes.
Yeah,
you
I
have
do.
to
I do. Yeah.
You own the place and you have to drill 3 holes. Brother, you gotta get hardwired. I'm sorry. It's if you're on this website, I got to assume there's a level, and you have Google Fiber, there's a level of technological aptitude that you clearly possess just based on the way you're talking about it. If you don't hardwire that shit, I can't help those who won't help themselves, okay? Hardwire it.
So there's
Hardwire it. Take care.
There's another.
Hardwire it. Easy. Hardwire it. It's not hard. You think I'm running this? I'm in a garage. You think I'm running this stream on Wi-Fi? You think I fell out of the damn Wi-Fi coconut tree? No. First thing I did, first day, we got the boxes in, and I ran, and I ran from my modem in my house, Ethernet cord, rated for outside, Cat 6 cable, out here, under the garage, ran it around that wall, immediately had Ethernet. Immediately. Not even a question. Not that hard, folks. Because you're already drilling holes in the wall. You know what I mean? Cat 6, that shit, dude. Maybe a buy. Maybe a bit. Maybe a bit. You gotta, I'm sure you got a maybe back in the day, though. You had a cable box, coaxial cable. Motherfucker ran a coaxial cable from my basement all the way up to my bedroom, all the way up to my mom and my dad's bedroom. There's cable up there. We didn't mind. Why? We had cable up there. You want to be able to stream Fallout 4? You want your precious cloud gaming that you love so much? Invest in hardwire, dude, or switch back to discs. Get that little extension for your PS5 and put in discs and say bye-bye to the internet. Brosif, we're teaching you how to live. You own the place. And I'll tell you what, even if you didn't own the place, I'd still punch through those fucking walls. What are they going to do? I mean, I'll tell you, fuck, I don't own this place. You know how much fucking shit I've done to the walls in this garage? You put some spackle over that, you paint over it, they're not going to notice. Boom. Boom. Thank you, Total Geek the First. That's right. I don't know about Wi-Fi 6 and 7. I'm using Wi-Fi inside my house for watching, streaming video and stuff. But I'm hardwired. I'm hardwired, brother. You gotta be hardwired. It's the one thing, once you get hardwired, you never look back. They came up with Ethernet cables, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40 years ago. They figured some good shit out, dude. They figured some good shit out. Now, do I have fiber internet here? No. Why does LA not have fiber internet? Well, I'm so glad you asked. It's because about 15 years ago, AT&T got a huge fucking pile of cash from the city to put in fiber internet in all of Los Angeles, and they didn't do it because they said there wasn't enough demand. Now, for some reason, a city that I would say is a city built on telecommunications doesn't have fiber. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that interesting? You don't think Johnny Disney needs to upload the new episodes of Goof Troop? Well, they're doing that shit maybe on fiber. Maybe. If you're in Burbank, thankfully the studios have it. God knows I've been asking about fucking fiber here. I'm paying for goddamn Spectrum Business Internet. Running me $100 a fucking month just so I can get 40 upload. 40! Before you hung up, I was going to tell I have designed fiber optics, but from the substation, it's my whole... Your job is doing fiber optic cables and you can't drill through the fucking... Dude, you do it. Do it. It's bullshit, man. And you know why that pissed me off? You know why that pissed me off? Because you've got fiber and you're not making the most of it. In a lot of this country, a lot of gamers out there, a lot of them are in this chat tonight, wish for fiber. They pray for fiber, but they can't have it. So sorry if that pisses me off a little bit that you're not making the most out of your internet. Hire a cable puller if you're too pole shy. That's right. Go on TaskRabbit. Look for a man to do it. $5 for fiber here. Bro, 55. You're telling me. You don't think I've called Frontier every single day? I called AT&T. You know what they said? Yeah, we'll put it in. We'll put in business fiber. It cost you $5,000 fucking dollars because we have to build the thing going to your house. It's a damn shame. It's one of the, I would say, if you want to see the maze that our country, you want to see failing infrastructure, it's the fact that we don't have fiber in every goddamn inch of this country. Makes no fucking sense. A couple years ago, they added, you know, Mac Plays, there was a world where I was going to fucking do it. Because before we got this place, I was looking for an office space that I was going to turn into my studio. That would have been fucked. Paying $1,000 a goddamn month more than I would now. Best thing I ever did was get this garage. It's like the fucking holodeck in here. I can be anywhere with a bunch of zebras. This is what Romans felt like. Where you see these people, you know, they built, instead of the Colosseum, it's the sphere. And yet I don't have Google Fiber. Interesting. Oh, they could build a whole fucking sphere for me to go to, but I can't even get one crumb of fiber internet in the city built on telecommunications. Literally what the export of the city is. And yet I can't get fiber? Huh. That's kind of weird, isn't it? Those are the questions you start asking that lead you to becoming radicalized into a leftist, hopefully, and maybe the other one if you're not good and you didn't use your smarts so good. Folks, this is the Earnest advice stream. If you need advice, this is the place to get it. I'll tell it to you straight. I will tell it to you fucking straight. That's right, Jake. Just like Barclay. I feel like I'm a young Barclay. Didn't see Worf at the gym today. He's supposed to be there tomorrow. That's what my trainer said. I'm going to give him a hug. I'm going to give him a fucking hug. How about that? 70 years old. The actor, Michael Dorn, goes to my gym. That's right. Big news for me. Big news. Big news for me. Huge. Not many people are going to make me feel starstruck, but I'll tell you what, a guy that was on a sci-fi show in the 90s for many, many years, that's going to make me lose my goddamn mind. Okay? And I'll tell you what, I didn't realize he's 71 years old. He doesn't look a day past 50. He looks fucking good. He looks good. It's amazing. What's up, Protobirth? It's amazing. I don't know what he's doing, man. And you know what? Mostly I thought he was, he looked familiar to me. He's got like nice old man at the gym vibe that knows everyone, who's always like fist pounding everyone and smiling. I don't know if I've ever exactly seen him use a machine, but you know what? He doesn't need to. He gave us what we needed. Jake, I agree. I mean, I watched Doctor Who just because also I was the age where it was popular and I was a nerd in high school and wanted to know about it. You know what I mean? Can't say I'm a huge fan, but it's definitely British Star Trek. Ooh. It's definitely British Star Trek. Goddamn right it is. Fiber optic internet, folks. Bro, if you keep talking about that fucking animal, man, you're out of here, okay? You're talking about the window dressing. It's like you're going to see the fucking Mona Lisa and you're saying, wow, the lighting in here is so good. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Got a call coming in. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name and what do you need help with?
Hi, Mr. Luke Man. This is Owen de Childs Ebhort.
Hi,
and,
how are you? Only to child Edward.
No, it's so the name is like a pun, like, you know, Owen Child Support. Very, very funny. You know, it took me just like hours of effort to come up with that. My nose was bleeding by the time I was done. But I don't know. I'm kind of reticent to share this problem because it's sort of like sad a little bit.
That's fine.
I'm very soon. I will be entering my senior year in college, and I did my first 2 at a very expensive private college in DC because I had this whole idea about how shit. um, about how like, oh, I was gonna like, kind of. I thought that I was going to make a career for myself in the political sphere, but I met a bunch of people who were young or even younger than me and just couldn't wait to sell out, and it was very eerie and gross.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I just I didn't thrive there among the bog monsters.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to so downsize, plans changed. I'm going to a less expensive state school, and that was working for a while. But see, I've always sort of struggled to like I have no trouble getting along with people, being friendly with them, but cultivating like a network of friends, like a group of
Mm-hmm.
people who might like reach out to you and say like, "Oh, would you like to do this? Would you like to do that?" I feel like I'm always the one who has to solicit for that, and you can't really do that too often, or else people will smell the stink of desperation on you, and they won't want to
Mm-hmm.
affiliate with you anymore. And I'm in a position right now where the people that I had a the people who I was like associating with my junior year, I did have something like that, but they well they just kind of turned jerks, and they don't really want anything to do with me anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And it was pretty shallow reasoning on their part, but it is like a final thing. So I'm like in the weird position of being a sort of senior, but with these like kind of like friendless and isolated condition of
Mm-hmm.
essentially like a freshman.
Okay, so
And
I mean,
I don't know if I don't know
th-
if it's too late for me.
no, it isn't. This is an easy fix. It really is. I'll tell you because I transferred schools as well, and basically the first year I transferred schools, I felt like basically I was gonna lose my fucking mind and I was gonna have no friends. But you're in college. There's so many fucking ways to make friends and to make your fucking head spin. You got any interests? You got any interests? You got something you like to do? A
I have
hobby?
I have a pretty promising lead in terms of acquiring friends.
Okay.
I'm sorry for like how autistic I am and how I talk about it in these terms,
No.
but I have so
Don't
there's
apologize.
I
No,
met
I get
somebody
it.
at a maritime archaeology course
Okay.
that I took over the summer, and he's going to head up the history club that he's going
Great.
to refound at my college, and
Great.
I think that could I
Yeah.
mean, that's okay. So that's one person already a given, right? And then maybe the other people from that class will stop by. I don't know how strong their commitment is. They said they would look into the club. I don't know. You can't know how strong anybody's commitment on that sort of thing is going to be. But that's a given on one so far. We've got one, but
Okay.
he's like he's a little bit older, and no problem with that. But just that he actually has a full-time job as well. It's
Mm-hmm.
that sort of state school. So like then that is I guess I don't know, maybe like another complication. Like it would he would what I'm trying to drive at is that he would probably be very busy. So
Mm-hmm.
but I've definitely got like a good solid lead on one.
Why? Can I ask you something? I'm curious about this, and I'm sorry if this is hits a sore spot. What was the reason they gave you that was superficial? Why the other friend group didn't want to be your friend? I'm so curious about that.
Well, it was sort of like it was a network of about 20 people, but the way I knew them was through about only two,
Okay.
right? We have two people, let's call them Jim and Pam,
Okay. From The
and
Office.
they're not okay. I chose that from the those are those aren't their names, but then I just realized, well, they're not like a couple, but whatever. Like it's
Okay.
so anyway. The first one I met was Jim. I met him through my roommate.
Mm-hmm.
Hated the fuck out of that roommate. Good riddance. Whatever. That's not important.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I had kind of like a sort of a tryst going with him, a series of dalliances, and that was fine. That was working, and it was sort of like a casual, friends with benefits sort of thing. And then
Mm-hmm.
he introduces me to his best friend on campus, Pam, and I hit it off really great with her, and we kind of formed like what seemed to be the makings of like a three-part, like a core nuclear group within this wider 20-person circle.
Okay.
But what happened is that I apparently I was invited to Jim's birthday party, and like everyone else there, I got drunk, and um, I I said and did perhaps some coarse things that that rubbed him the wrong way. But the thing is that it's 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 hard to explain because he gave me no indications that this was the case until many days after the fact, and his way of going about resolving that was like, and keep in mind, I had known him for 6 months at this point. He had been more or less my best and perhaps only friend on campus so far. He had given me no indication that there was any tension arising between us, any rift forming, and he just he gives me this late night text about how he wants to have this capital C sort of conversation, and that's never good. And he's being very cryptic about his reasoning for it. Of course, I don't sleep that night because I'm just so fucking worried about like what is this this meeting. And I arrive at the appointed place, the appointed time, and he more or less kind of like breaks up with me, but not like in the romantic fashion, but like in the I don't think I want to associate with you anymore. But no one else from that party had a true bone to pick with me. I assure you, because I
But he
looked
was
into
like
it, and I had
he
and
was
I
your sort of totem into this friend group, kind of.
exactly. But he was kind of like on the behalf of other people. He took offense for actions that I did that didn't actually that didn't approximately wound anybody else, but he used that as like the impetus to just cut me out from him, and in so doing I was cut off from everybody else. And it was really distressing and frankly a little bit like traumatizing. Like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
I
lie,
bet.
because it's like in that one action, like I lost access to 20 people,
Well,
and
I'll tell you what.
I didn't even like.
I'll tell you what. Is first of all, I think something, if you haven't realized it already, is he just wanted he for whatever reason didn't want to be your friend anymore and chose this specific thing to be his out. But I wouldn't worry too much about the individual reason he did. You know what I mean? It's like good riddance. Also, wait, you said this was a tryst. Do you mean that there was like hooking up involved, or you meant in a friendship way?
A little bit, but I was it was like I don't know. It was it's hard to explain because it was sort of like a soft a sort of like soft core kind of thing, where it wasn't like this hot and heavy sort of like passionate thing. It was
Mm-hmm.
we would I mean we would cuddle and make out and so forth, but there was not really he was, when I found out like upon meeting him, how he was like his inexperiencedness made me sort of like it made me sort of like hold back more than I would have if he had had other people before me.
Right.
When I figured out that I was like the first person to ever initiate that kind of sexual contact with him,
Mm-hmm.
then it was like, ooh, I don't want to get like into all that.
Well, the reason I bring it up is because I do think that does make a relationship, a friendship, more complicated, and I would say to kind of let yourself off the hook a little. I mean, based on everything you're saying, it seems like this person has a lot of stuff going on. It seems like maybe you ended up being a represent, like there's so many different, and I don't know because I don't know this person, but I just have this feeling based on what you've given me that it's more than that conversation, and it always gets a little bit complicated when there's hooking up involved. I mean, it just does. It just really always does.
Yeah. I mean, of course, I will freely acknowledge that, like, of course, it's in my interest to portray this situation in a way that, like, to portray myself in a positive light.
No,
And,
totally. No,
there's
no, no, no,
always
no, no, no,
two
no.
sides to every story, but like, it's, it really was like this very random, out of pocket, like one-sided thing. Like, just,
Yeah.
like, I don't, like, it was like that movie, that was pretty big, just like last year or so, like the one where that Irish guy just straight up doesn't want to be friends with his like best chum
Yeah,
anymore
yeah, yeah, yeah.
for like
Yeah.
no like really solid reason. It's like so it's because the thing is, you can't force someone to be like a friend of yours, but you also are like kind of deprived if someone is going to withdraw that
Yeah.
from you.
Yes.
It's like a kind
It's a
of
breakup.
theft that you can't like get remuneration for.
Yes. It's a breakup, and the friends went with him and not you, is what happened. And I think if you look at it through that lens, because at least to me, I think because I understand, it feels crazier because you look at this as a friendship. But if this was a breakup, it would probably feel like more like, I got to imagine it would feel less, maybe not less hurtful, but less confusing, right?
Random.
Yeah. So I think
Okay.
so that all aside, because that's in the past. That sucks 100%. But now you're looking to the future. You got this history club. I think that's a
Yeah, we're
great
at,
in. You think
we're
this
at
guy's
square
gonna?
zero now, so we got.
I would say is if you think this guy's gonna be busy, take it into your own hands and flyer that fucker and put up flyers and like get the word out. Because there's always gonna be people on your campus that want to do stuff like that. It's just you just have to literally get the information to them. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's that I understand that, but it's not so much just that like, oh, I want to do like history club and so forth. Like I do want to do that, but I mean maybe I'm being kind of like, this is sort of juvenile, but I've always I don't know, I've always like, there's not, I don't know if there is much of a party scene around the school, but if to the extent that there is, I haven't really discovered it.
Right.
Sure, of course, I've floated around between people's like, dorm room kind of, soirees where there's alcohol and what have you, but like,
Yeah.
I kind of, I don't know, like I've always kind of yearned for like that sort of like that bigger kind of thing, that like that more. I want to get with the crowd where it's like happening, where they're going to maybe perhaps clubs or bars or stuff downtown, and they're inviting people out, and that sort. And I know it's a lot. It's because the problem with that kind of expectation is that, well, maybe in heaven the last will come first, but that's not how it works on earth. Like, if you missed a lot of like sort of milestones in your life where you would develop the kind of charm and savoir faire that would like get you access to those places, then well, you're not really going to get it just because you're lonelier. That's kind of the opposite of how it works.
Hold on. Listen, as someone who's 12 years your senior, I can tell you that you do not have to be charming to find people that will go to the bar with you every night and get fucked up. I can think of literally an uncountable list of people that are some of the worst people I've ever met that do that on nightly and daily basis. So I would say don't worry about that at all. I know what you're saying. I understand the FOMO of this perceived college experience, but as you said, I mean, that is sort of like the thing about going to a big state school, huh? It's like a lot of commuters. I mean, honestly, and I doubt this is what you want to do just based on the vibe I'm getting for you. It sounds like what you want to do is join a fraternity, but I'm guessing that's not your vibe.
I don't know if they have a lot of those at wherever I'm going to school, and I wouldn't. I mean, that's just not me.
Yeah, totally.
I was briefly in the student senate at American University, and I voted for a motion to abolish what few non-academic fraternities we had.
That's
it was
good.
unenforceable, but it was important to signal for my constituents.
Yes.
What a fucking mess that was.
Yeah, I'm sure they went fucking crazy. So I really bring that up because I think it's like that's kind of what you're looking for, though. Is just like so you're over drinking age, right? You're a senior. You over 21?
Yeah, finally.
Well,
I'm nearly
there's gonna
22.
be a million fucking college bars wherever you are that are doing like pub trivia and stuff like that. If you're trying to go to the bar, I promise you, the one thing I can assure you, and I think anyone in this chat can, is that you will have the chance to get fucked up and go to bars a lot if you want that. That is an attainable goal. I understand it feels kind of weird and isolating because you're in this sort of college environment, but like, I just it will this too shall come, this too shall pass, this too shall come. But in the meantime, I mean, it kind of sounds like two separate issues, right? Like you kind of looking for this friend group, and then secondary, it's this friend group that you want to be able to kind of party with. I think
yeah, because it's
yeah,
like,
please.
you only get that one time in your life to make that like a thing,
No,
and
no.
it's a tall order,
No,
but
no,
it's
no,
like
no, no, no.
if
Hold
there's
on,
one
hold on,
time it's
hold
gonna
on.
happen.
That's not true. Like, okay, as someone who started doing stand-up comedy in his 20s, I replaced every college drunk friend I had with stand-up comedy drunk friend, and had a whole I promise you, 100%, this is not the only time in your life you will be able to do that. Please believe that. You will find them. It's
What
not
are
that
some
hard.
like,
People at your
what's
age want
like,
to drink. No, please go ahead. Go ahead.
so like, well, maybe if to grow to a point here, like, what would you say is like, what are some like surefire strategies for kind of like, I don't know, like ingratiating yourself with, besides like the obvious stuff, like like sort of ingratiating yourself with other people, making that coming like seeming like a fun person, but not coming off as like too desperate or clingy, or like you're going to like latch onto them and suffocate them. Like what's like an approachable way to try to like solicit the friendship and community of others?
Find people that you want to be friends with first, and you do that through common interest. It's a lot easier to make friends with someone if you have something to talk about, right? But if you really want a little hack, and this is something I've used all of my life, and I think it's easy. And listen, I'm going to tell you something right now, and as I grow older, I think this isn't necessarily the best way to live, but I can tell you it does work. If you want to know how to get people to like you, ask them a lot of questions about themselves. People want to talk about themselves, and if you have a genuine curiosity in who they are and what's going on with them, man, I'll tell you what, it basically is that's the fucking hack. I mean it, and I mean it with love. But it's the basis of every friendship. How many times in my life somebody has left a conversation with you going, God, I had a great conversation with Luke, but really all I did was just ask them questions about themselves and let them talk. We live in a society that does not allow people a place to kind of talk about themselves. Like, we're kind of taught not to do that. And if you create a space for that for other people, you will have friends. I guarantee it.
That's good advice. That's some good advice.
It's great. It's great, man. Be genuinely curious about other people. They'll be genuinely curious about you. It's not going to work on everybody, but like if you want a quick, if that's the only, to me, that's the only piece of advice about being charming or being charismatic or being easygoing that you could ever think, because everybody's going to look at you with a different level of like, you're going to be, what I'm trying to say is, I'm a guy, I think I have a certain level of charm. I've met people in my life that think I'm probably the least charming person they've ever met, and pretty much find all of my whole shit annoying as hell. And that's just life. You're just not going to vibe with people. But if you want to open that door and see if you vibe, a really, really, really good first step to that is ask them about them.
That's good. Okay, and then unless you have to kick me off, that's fine. But if there's one more thing, well, it's like then I totally understand that, but then the sort of rejoinder questions they would ask about me. The problem is that I feel like I'm not trying to like come off as like the king of the sad sacks, but like since I've kind of just told you like the whole the backstory to all this, it's like it kind of puts me in an awkward position, because then if I was gonna give sort of stories in response, or try to offer some of my own memories to like these the new people that I'm going to try to meet, well, it's like it puts me in a weird situation where it's like, oh yeah, so anyway, I did have all these friends, but like not anymore. And then that of course begs the question, like, why? And then I have to go into that. I don't want to have to, like, I don't want that to become I had that problem in freshman year where I actually didn't understand that like people don't want to hear about all that like depressing shit. But if like a lot of if like a high volume of depressing shit happens in your life, then you are kind
Yeah.
of you're not exactly spoiled for choice for like the things you can pick out and be like, oh yeah, this is like a great, like fun sort of discrete story that I can tell.
Okay, hold on. This is the fix, and this is kind of a rephasing in a simpler way of what I said before. People do not want to hear about you; they want you to hear about them, and just keep remembering that. I'm someone maybe to a fault. I don't tell people a lot of shit about me. I don't. I keep it kind of close to the vest, but people don't really think that about me because I'm a good listener. It's an odd thing that you're gonna find, and I understand your anxiety about what you said and what you've been through, and this sort of like you're going to have to give back. But I just to put it in the simplest terms, if you keep asking them questions, they will not ask you about yourself most of the time. Truly, I really believe this. I've been on this earth for a good 31 years, and I found that's true most of the time. Now, does that result in the most powerful friendships? No, but what it does a lot of times, in my experience, is let people feel at ease around you, and then from there you can build a meaningful relationship where you share each other's interests and fucking and speak from the heart. Truly, I know it's the hardest thing to do because you're stressed out and anxious about it, but if you just chill out about them and keep asking them questions, and kind of don't worry about you and just be like, oh, I'm just like whatever, blah, 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 blah. But what about you? It's going to go well, man. I'm telling you. Not 100% hit rate because humans are humans, but it's going to go well.
All right. Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm. You got this, bro. Call back anytime, man. Truly. You the GOAT, caller. You the GOAT.
Aww.
Take care.
Thank you, Luke. You're the GOAT.
You're gonna be great, man. You're gonna be great. Just literally, it's a hack to life. I'm serious, and it'll serve you well at your age because a lot of people want to talk about that shit. A lot of people want to talk about that shit. God damn. Oh, okay. We got time. Let me take a 1 second break. We gotta see a call in the queue, and then we'll take it. I'm telling you, man. I don't really truly believe in dumbing down human interaction. I think, this is what I'm going to say. I think it is a slippery slope to looking at people as weird, sort of like Terminator, like you're doing Terminator on them and trying to figure out what you're supposed to say, coming from a known people pleaser myself. But generally, asking people about themselves is a really good thing to do that makes people feel how warm and welcome. And I do, again, truly believe we live in a society that oftentimes does not allow us to talk about ourselves and our accomplishments. It's a very sort of American thing. You don't want to be too boastful. It's sort of the Teddy Roosevelt walk strong but carry a big stick or whatever. But it's I don't know, man. I think that's, if you listen, they'll listen. You know what I'm saying? Damn. Yeah, that's right. I'm not just going to yell at you about fucking Google Fiber. I'm actually giving you some good fucking advice. Watch yourself. You ain't careful, you might just learn something, bitch. Hello, caller. Welcome to the show. What's your name and what do you need help with?
Hey, Luke. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
All right, it's Brendan. How's it going?
Brendan, how are you? I'm doing just absolutely motherfucking fine. How are you doing?
Yeah, could be better, could be worse. To be honest, I didn't really have a question as much as I just wanted to vent for a moment.
Please.
If that's cool.
Please, but I'm going to tell you, you're going to vent.
So,
but because of, wait. Here's the thing. You're welcome to vent. But because you're on the show, I'm welcome to give my unsolicited opinion about it, okay?
that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Okay. All right. Go ahead.
I was actually I am an anti-boss person, generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm actually in a good mood because I have some family issues I'm dealing with, and I talked to my boss today, and he basically just, I'm not getting paid, but he took me off the schedule to go see like some dying family members. So I'm in a better mood than I was 12 hours ago.
Mm-hmm. Good. Well, that's nice to hear.
Yeah, and that was it. It was, yeah. And it's funny because, like, my boss is like a decent guy, generally speaking, but it's just too funny because he looks exactly like Peter Griffin. And I thought you would get a kick out of that.
Your boss looks like Peter Griffin. What kind of work are you in? He wouldn't
Yes.
give you. I guess you can't really use. I mean, I guess you have to take PTO, even if you have it. Like you don't just get it for if there's like an emergency. But I'm sorry to hear about your family, man. I mean, I'm glad you're getting a chance to visit them.
Right, yeah. And to answer your question, because my boss is, I'm kind of short, but my boss is like 6'2",
Mm-hmm.
glasses, same haircut as Peter Griffin, and we have to wear white shirts at work.
Mm-hmm.
If only he had green pants.
Mm.
Also, like a relatively portly man.
I'm guessing that you work in some sort of hospitality.
Kind of, yes. I work in sales in the alcohol industry. I'll put it that way.
In the what industry?
Alcohol.
Alcohol industry.
I sell beer for a living.
Gotcha.
I live in Milwaukee.
Sure.
Obviously, like I live in Milwaukee. Of course, I have a beer
Gotta sell some beer.
based job.
You gotta sell some beer. So do you like your boss, your Peter Griffin ass boss, or no? Generally. This moment
I was just surprised that he was very like when because I was on vacation last week and I came back and I'm like, yeah, I hate to say this when I'm getting back from vacation, but like I have shit I have to attend to. And he was just very like, you know what? That's fine. We'll figure something out.
That's good.
So yeah, right. And again, I'm very anti-boss,
Yes.
but like, I was like, oh shit, that's not the response I expected.
I do think there's a difference between, but here's what I'd also say. That is the bare minimum of how a human being should treat another human being in a situation like that. Like, I would say pretty much if your boss didn't immediately say that, no matter what, you should quit immediately because that's fucking insane, you know?
No, yeah, I agree. I've been kind of a wreck. I just, like I said, I just wanted to rant and vent for a couple minutes.
I'm glad you're good, and I hope truly, caller Brendan. I hope everything's going as well with your family as it can be. I know those are always the toughest times of life. Truly.
Yeah. I do have to say though that the advice you gave to the last caller was like 1,000% on point.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I appreciate that.
Also, your shoes look sick.
Thank you. They're very cheap, but I love them to death. They're just Adidas. Just some loud ass Adidas. So thank you. And are you traveling out of state? Or are you staying in Milwaukee for the family stuff?
Well, I'm from the East Coast, so I'm flying back east next week.
Okay. Well, good luck with that, my man, truly. You know, I mean, it's just, they're the hardest times of our lives, but it's always, I mean, I think you're right to feel blessed that you get to you have the means and the fucking boss that will let you goddamn fucking go and do these are the important parts of your life, you know what I mean? Is to go and spend time with family when you need to.
Yeah. All right, well, that was it, Luke. Like I said, I just needed to vent for a moment because I've talked to my boss today, and I was traveling last week, and it's been a whole fucking clusterfuck.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just needed to say it out loud.
You're a fucking goat. You're a goat, man. Greatest of all time. You're going to be fine. And then you're going to go back to work and you're going to sell the shit out
Yeah,
of
I'm
some
not going to
beer.
go that far.
I love you. Good night.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Luke.
Well, that's a good as play as any to end the program. Brendan, wishing you well. Oh. Yep, that's right, bitch. It's Earnest Advice Stream. Yeah. Luke is a big jokester. He just jokes around. Joke. Nope, actually I have a lot of really important fucking stuff to say, and I'm pretty fucking wise as well, so watch your ass. And yes, Crichtonton, to answer your question, you do not need to have a cell phone in the continental US to call into the show. You can always go to chathavers.net and it will direct you to a way to call in over the web. Thank you, Grandpa Liquor. So great to see that message as we end. Yeah, I'm sometimes mean. If you're going to be a dumbass. Bro, if you're going to be a dumbass and not solve your own fucking problem of hardwiring your own goddamn internet, I don't know how to fucking help you, man. I really don't. I seriously don't know how to help you, man. I wish you well. I wish you well in your endeavors, but goddamn. All right, folks. Tomorrow, we're doing a gaggle stream. No, I know, man. I'm fucking around too. Tomorrow we're doing a gaggle stream. The IT crowd. I don't know. What will it be like to watch a fucking comedy through gaggle? We're going to find out together, aren't we, folks? Let's see who we're going to raid. Let's see if we're going to raid on them. Let's raid Jake the Snake, because I know that he's watching he's watching my favorite program. Krem, you're going to like this? You're going to like this stream, man. Gonna like this stream. Gaggle her, sis. Oh, man. That's tough, bro. That's a tough thing to read. I'll see you tomorrow, 10 a.m. PST. Be there. Or shut the fuck up. Goodbye.
That's why I've never seen it. Why I've never seen it.